Bigfoot together. Oh my goodness! Welcome to a Sunday night. Where am I going with Sunday night?
It's not Sunday night.
Tuesday's my Sunday. Okay. And this is the 1st of December, the first of the last day of the month. I mean, the first of the month, first of the last month of the year. I'll get it right. And 66 years ago, at this very time, I was born.
Oh.
So I never thought I'd make it to 66, but here I am. And
oh,
it's
yeah.
apropos because all I need is one more 6.
One more.
I got it. And the interesting thing, and we've talked a couple of shows about reincarnation, right?
Yeah.
I was born. This date has another significance. I was born exactly 7 years to the day from the date that Aleister Crowley died.
Yeah.
So he died 73 years ago on December the 1st. And I was born December the 1st, 66 years ago. So there is my claim to fame. I am Aleister Crowley, reincarnated. Okay. I know that even though Kevin considers me, I guess he likes me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He would also tell you that I'm evil as hell. I'm probably the wickedest man on earth. So, but anyway, we are ramping it up toward the big holiday. See, I've got my lights on here, right?
Yeah.
I got. There we go. Woo-hoo. I am my own Christmas tree. Okay.
Look at you.
So anyway, this is the season of holidays, and I know a lot of people get, oh, it's Christmas, it's not holidays. Well, Jews have Hanukkah, and it's a bunch of holidays. So get over your, political correctness and just enjoy the season for what it is. And allow
yes.
People, yeah, that's it. And Bigfoot says, peace.
Peace. Peace.
So I want to start out tonight with a very quick introduction. Well, let me do something here. Let me get this. Excuse me. And you're going to get some video lined up. We're going to talk about fact or fiction, I think, aren't we? Something like that?
Yeah.
Let's see. No, that's not what I want. What are you doing here? Okay. But we're going to talk about this fella here, which has a great history in the realm of Christmas. And you probably heard him. They recently did a movie about this guy right here. Doesn't that look like Christmas right there?
Oh, yes, it does. It's just
what a celebratory, festive look this guy has. Can you see him coming into your house and bringing gifts? No.
See him what?
Huh?
I didn't. You cut out. What? See him what?
Couldn't you see him coming into your house late at night and bringing gifts?
Oh, that would be just wonderful.
Oh my goodness! Well, there's Santa Claus is not the only Christmas character that's out there. This is a fellow by the name of Krampus, and he is dressed in what's called a traditional. I'm getting all these pop-ups. I got to go to another site. This site.
Yeah, I'm hearing some kind of squeaky noise. I don't know what that is.
I've got a hard drive. I've got a fan problem on my computer.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes, yes, it does it. So I apologize, but so let me tell this story, and then I'll mute mine, and you can go on into debunking some stuff. Or I guess we'll just let the viewers debunk. You're just going to share with them.
Yeah,
Meet Krampus. Krampus is the Christmas devil who punishes naughty children. So instead of cold, you need to scare your kids with Krampus. So every year in early December, children in Austria get ready for St. Nicholas to visit them. And if they've been good, God, they won't just subscribe. He'll reward them with presents, treats, but if they've been bad, they'll get a lot more than a lump of coal. They'll have to face Krampus. Who's Krampus? He's the half man, half goat who comes around every year to chase naughty children and maybe even drag them to hell. That's a good place for naughty kids.
Yeah.
Well, better than the Old Testament version of having the whole community have to stone them to death, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
European versions of St. Nicholas have long had scary counterparts like, you ever heard of Bell's Nickel?
I don't remember if I have.
And Neck Ruprecht? God. They both dole out punishment. Krampus is one of such characters who comes from the folklore in Austria's Alpine region, where he's been frightening little children and amusing adults for hundreds of years. Krampus and St. Nick's other bad boys have their origins in pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. Later, they became part of the Christian tradition in which St. Nicholas visited children to reward them on December, originally, believe it or not, 5th or 6th. Around that time, his menacing partner would also visit kids to punish them. So if you were good, you'd get St. Nick. If you were bad, Krampus would come. It was known as Krampusnacht, or the night of Krampus, or Krampus night. Adults would even dress up as Krampus to frighten children at their homes, just like adults dress up as Santa Claus. Children might have also seen Krampus running through the street during Krampusoff, literally a Krampus run. As Krampusnacht was a way to scare kids into behaving themselves, the Krampusoff, which isn't tied to a specific day, was a way for grown men to blow off steam while probably still scaring kids, and probably drunk. Austrian men would get drunk and run the streets. They still do that today, except in where do you live, Chelsea? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there is a brief rundown of what Krampus is all about, and I just wanted to bring that into the mix of what we're doing tonight. My computer's got a whatchamacallit fan that's starting to squeak, and it don't do it a whole lot, but now it's doing it right in the middle of this show. So I believe that Kevin has some videos he's going to share and talk about. Is it real or was it fake? So I'm going to mute mine so he can talk without this background noise. How's that?
Yeah, that'll be fine. All right. So, I used to love this show they had on, I think it was Sci-Fi Channel a long time ago, called Fact or Faked, which was where this team would pull up paranormal or alleged paranormal videos found on YouTube and other places around the internet and see if they could determine if it was real or just something somebody faked. Now, this team would actually go out and they could try out, they could test these videos to see if they could make it fake. See if they would try. They would go to the place where the Bigfoot or UFO or ghost was captured on film, and they would try to recreate it with fake stuff to see, match it up with the video and see does it match. They would record what they were doing, like throwing if it's a UFO, throwing a saucer in the air or using one of those remote control ones, and try to get it just the right place and distance and see if it matched up with the original video. And so that was a favorite show of mine. Now, of course, we can't do that here, contained in our homes on a live stream, although that would be pretty cool. But I thought what might be fun tonight is to go through some YouTube videos out here and see, some of these that are shared out here. I'm going to use various YouTube channels. I apologize to anybody out there that might get ticked off. I don't think they will. If anything, this is promoting your channel. But I'm not stealing content. We're just sharing what's out here. And we're not claiming any of it as our own. I just would like to play some of these videos and see what you all think. Is this something that could be real or could be faked? I'm going to play these videos that Slapped Ham has out here. He has a pretty good channel out here. And we'll go through and watch some of these and see what we think here. All right, let me share my screen. Here we go. Share audio. All righty then.
Library in Indiana, a famously haunted attraction for ghost enthusiasts. Declared to be haunted since 1937, when one Willard Library employee first claimed to have spotted a ghost, the library has been home to numerous instances.
Okay, now I don't think this is going to play a video, so I apologize for that. This is just going to be telling some stories here. What we want is some footage. Here we go. Here we go. We want some footage. So we're going to share this here. Let's get to where we can. All right, here's a haunted supermarket. Here's a good one to start with.
Equivalent comment 120 seems to show some eerie activity. The video was recorded by the Redditor's cousin, who does overnight cleaning at various businesses in Wyerton, Ontario. When he took this job, he never expected he'd be using his phone to record some scary clips. However, a grocery store that he cleans seems to have a ghost with a bizarre routine. Every night at exactly 1:15 a.m., strange things start happening in the frozen food section of this store. The paranormal happenings begin when the hanging sign labeling the desserts section begins to slowly swing back and forth.
Okay, that's nothing surprising. That could just be some kind of a breeze, air conditioner.
The video clearly shows that there's no one near enough to move the sign. Moments later, the door to the freezer case just below the sign inexplicably swings open on its own.
You notice it doesn't really show the ceiling much up above.
Yeah.
All I could see was a pipe, and there is a hole in the far end of that wall that could create a draft if something happened out back.
Yeah.
I don't find that super phenomenal, especially since it's like they almost really tried not to show the ceiling.
Yeah. But what about that door swinging open by itself?
Well, now replay that.
Yeah, let me go back and let's see here.
Moments later, the door to the freezer case just below the sign inexplicably swings open on its own.
Come on, open it.
There it is.
Okay. And I have no way of knowing. I'm not there. We see a video, anything.
Yeah.
I know that I have been in. I don't know if you have or not been in those freezer departments, refrigerated departments in the back. It's interesting that door opened right where that sign was. Now, when you go into, if you're in the back room and you go into the cooler, if there's a door that's a little bit free or something, when you close that door, it rushes air, and the doors can kind of open and close. And I'm just, like I said, I'm not there.
Yeah.
So I can't say with authority anything. I just say that would be one thing I would check if I were there. I'd have somebody go in and out the back cooler. So go open the back door of the cooler and close it, and
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's see what's next on here. All right. Get past our refrigerator and these little ads and things. Here we go. A figure caught on a security camera. See what he's got here.
Paranormal activity. When something strange popped up in the footage late one night, they were at a loss to explain it. The video clip shows a deck in the backyard of the house and was filmed sometime between 2 and 4 in the morning. The camera only switches on when it detects motion. After a few seconds, it becomes clear what triggered the camera: a strange figure lurking on the deck.
Okay, dude.
From the camera, it's hard to make out exactly what the figure looked like. Some viewers have suggested a small girl in a fairy dress floating above the ground, with perhaps an arm holding some sort of bag. Whatever the entity is, it only lingers for a few seconds before hastily moving into the house. According to the Redditor, the spot where the figure disappears is a sliding glass door leading to the kitchen. They insist that the door's never left open at night, so for the figure to move the way it does, it would have to have moved straight through a glass door.
That is very,
It could just be a spot where the figure disappears.
The what now?
that's interesting. What would you say about that?
I don't know. I just
Is a
my
sliding
first.
glass door leading to the
Let me
kitchen.
see it again
They
here.
insist glass door leading night. So for the figure to move the way it does, it would have to have moved straight through a glass door.
It almost is like somebody had opened that door and they were fanning something out, and maybe the camera came on.
Go forward again a little bit. Show the inside of that room again. And
Yeah, right there's the inside of the room.
well,
I guess that is, if that's the
Yeah.
actual picture.
it's hard to say if that's the actual picture or not. But
Yeah, I don't think that is, because this seems to be more this away. Yeah, I think I think that's a random picture he just threw
Yeah.
up there.
they just did a. Because the interesting thing would be, like you said, if somebody kind of cracked the door open, that could be, sometimes they'll have like shears over the inside of doors like that.
Yeah,
But there again, it's like you're watching a video. You can come up with ideas, but you can't investigate anything.
yeah.
Suggested that it could just be a glitch in the video.
That is very interesting.
It clearly depicts some sort of strange
Yeah,
entity.
does he give any? Is there any history given of the house? Is that the only thing that ever happened there? Or?
I know they don't say here. This is some of these he gets off of Reddit, and they don't.
No,
They
go ahead.
they may or may not come back and add to it and say, well, here's some history I found or wherever. I guess at the time this was posted, this was
Well,
the first thing they had probably had happen there.
I've got security cameras on all the corners of my house, and
Yeah.
believe me, I see strange stuff all the time, and it's always not paranormal. You can see like a cobweb will look very spooky, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Insect. It's just, and especially if like on my cameras, it's got the night vision thing. So the way that night vision illuminates, it can reflect off of objects and make it brighter than it's. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I've never, if I wanted to grab some of the video I've seen off my cameras, I could say, "Oh, look," but I know better. There's been a time or two when I've actually went out and it's like, okay, I need to clean up around that camera.
All right, let's see here. This next one, this headless man, this is intriguing here.
When TikToker cybermoves_.02 created a dance video to share with his followers, he never expected to end up with a scary video clip that may show some paranormal activity. The video begins as many TikToks do, with a dance. Two young men walk into the view of the camera as the music begins and quickly start performing their dance. They bust out their moves, not even noticing when someone walks past in the background. Glance the intruder.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see that again.
If you look more closely, there's definitely something strange going on.
He's got no head.
He's a headless man. Yeah.
Now, the stranger who walks past in the background of the video appears to have no head.
There he is.
All I can say is that is very interesting. I would think that somebody would have noticed a headless person walking by.
Yeah, something that solid. I got a feeling this is a trick right here. That just
You can
Look
do phenomenal things, and they're on TikTok, and I mean, yeah. I'm sorry to be debunking everything, folks, but that's a little bit. That one's a little bit over the top.
Yeah, and look how perfectly flat that neckline is there. I mean,
yeah, that's a little bit. That's a little bit over the top. I mean, it's cute, and to me, I think they purposely did that to get attention and make their TikTok go viral.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You can create all kind of interesting things.
Yeah. I'm a flat out call that one a hoax. Probably tick somebody off, but yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Eerie activity.
House. In a series of scary clips, he records several incidents that seem to suggest that something paranormal is going on in his home. The first clip was recorded on the CCTV home security system. The footage shows a view of the living room and a part of the kitchen. We see the Redditor and his dogs walking around the room, going about their daily business. At one point, the dogs seem to hear something strange, cocking their heads and sharing an odd look.
Maybe he
Moments
farted.
Later, a plastic bottle falls from the kitchen table.
Oh.
There was no one close enough to the table to knock it off. Some viewers have suggested that the bottle was pulled off with a piece of string, but if there had been wire or string attached to the bottle, the dogs would have almost certainly have gotten caught up in it as they moved about the room. The second clip takes place in the laundry when our Redditor started hearing some strange noises. He took out his phone and began recording, hoping to capture a glimpse of whatever caused the strange noise. As he records, the sliding door leading to the laundry slowly begins to open. When the door's entirely open, he goes into the laundry to investigate, finding nothing to explain the strange event.
He needs a clean house. That's his problem. That's like, are you kidding me? He must never take a shower.
It seems that this house may be the haunting grounds of a poltergeist. So far, the poltergeist activity has been minimal, but not terribly violent. However, this Redditor would be wise to avoid angering his resident spirit.
So what part of the world is he in? Did it say?
No, I did. I don't think I heard it say anything about where he was. Sometimes these Redditors don't post,
Yeah.
I can go back to the beginning, though, and make sure we might have missed it here at the beginning of the clip. Let's see here. All right, go away, guys. There we go.
Redditor Dope Island Skate seems to be living in a haunted house. In a series of scary clips, he records several incidents that seem to...
No, it doesn't say where he's from.
Yeah. That's okay. Just curious.
Yeah. And I don't know. That's intriguing. I mean, the bottle flipping off the table.
Yeah, no, I have no explanation. If that wasn't set up, I don't have any explanation for that. Like the headless guy was too in your face.
Yeah, it's too neat. Too neat and clean cut.
That door, that bottle. I mean, strange things happen. I can't discount that, but I do go to extreme to try to explain it, away. And again, I guess he's had paranormal activities, walking around ready to catch stuff. Why was he sitting there watching his door with his camera going? Why at that moment was he doing that?
That's a good unanswered question there. Maybe it happened and he grabbed his camera and then it happened again or something.
Well, that's one question I've got always with a lot of these videos is like, just all of a sudden you just happen to be filming at the right time when something happens. It's like you've been ghost hunting and you know better than that. You'll have your camera pointed one way and something happens back over here. So, but I can't say it didn't happen. That's for sure. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I just, that would be one of the first questions I'd ask him. if I were investigating that, is like, why were you sitting there filming that door? What prompted you at that moment to be doing that?
Yeah, that's the question I would have. I mean, I would assume if it's real, it was happening, more than once. He decided to grab his camera and see if he could catch it, but without explaining that to us, we don't really know.
And then what kind of camera caught that activity in the kitchen dining area there? I mean, was that a regular monitor camera he's got set up all the time?
It looks like something, maybe, like a camera he'd have, like we use on our computers,
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's just, and I can't debunk it because I don't have enough information, but that's some of the questions I'll be asking.
Yeah. All right, what's this next one?
Redditor Whips Dirk is a believer in the supernatural, even if his co-worker isn't. It's a subtly strange activity that seems to defy explanation. This strange footage was recorded on a cell phone camera in the parking lot of a former abortion clinic. It's unclear from the footage if the building is currently in use. The property is enclosed by a tall wrought iron fence. It appears that the gate is sometimes locked, but in this video, the lock and gate are hanging open. It's the lock that becomes the focus of this video. As the Redditor records, we see the lock moving around all on its own.
Okay, number one, it does not take much to get a little lock rocking back and forth. And it's on a metal gate. The gate moves. The gate could vibrate and you not even be able to pick up the vibration on camera. And again, what is taking place that you are just standing outside an abortion clinic at their gate with your cell phone staring at a lock? Here's my view on that one. I think that is easily one of the anti-abortion activists say that they're trying to intimate that the little spirits of the fetuses that were aborted are so
now we're political.
What do you think, Bigfoot?
I'm not even impressed by this lock moving. What kind of vibration could have caused that? He could have done it himself and ran up with his camera on. Or the wind caused it.
Yeah. I want to be very clear. I have had some experiences, some phenomenal experiences. In my case, now I don't walk, and I've got cameras out the butthole. I've invested a small fortune in the little cameras and whatnot. And, it's like, it's hard to catch stuff. It really is. It's just not an easy thing to be capturing stuff on video.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Number two is like orbs and mist. I don't get excited about either one. Neither one of them do anything for me. There's so much of this stuff. There was one that was crossing my mind that I saw, and it's like people just want to grab a hold of anything, and I don't think we have to do that. I think there are phenomenal things that happen, but a lock kind of swaying back and forth. I mean, there's movement on the earth all the time that could cause a little something. To me, even wind could have started that rocking a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. Somebody had posted a video in one of the haunted groups here on Facebook a few months ago. And they were, something started on the porch, a gate, a little rickety little gate started moving back and forth. And they're sitting there saying there was no wind and blah, 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 blah. So I grabbed the video and I zoomed in on the trees and the wind was blowing like hell. I said, you said there's no wind. Look at the wind is fiercely blowing out there. It don't matter what you show some people that's like, well, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, whatever. But don't say there's no wind when clearly all these trees and everything are about to blow over.
Yeah. I know one that a lady who used to have a show, not a video podcast like ours, but she did different, just an audio podcast she'd do live. And I was on the show a few times.
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't have that show anymore. But I know she was on a paranormal or had her own paranormal team for a while, and she was an avid smoker. And one rule we always have when we go on investigations is there's a non-smoking section outside. Go out there, or if we're outside investigating, go clear somewhere. We don't want to catch your cigarette smoke on camera, And so
now vaping.
Yeah. And she was on the camera. She took pictures. And this wispy, smoky apparition she claimed she caught. And then across the room from her, one of the other team members was filming at the same time. And you can see in the video when she snapped those pictures, she's got a cigarette in her hand with smoke coming out.
What?
And when somebody told her, called her out on that, not they did it nicely. Hey, but couldn't it be your cigarette smoke? She just went ballistic.
An attitude, yeah.
And
I've seen some of them like being in a cemetery late at night, in the dead of winter. You're breathing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or in an abandoned building when it's cold. Your breath, and everybody wants to be that one person that captures this phenomenal thing, and it's like, well, I do too, but I want it to be real. I don't want to, Yeah. Absolutely. You got any more?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me share my screen. Let's see what the next one is here. Share audio, of course. I hope this thing doesn't freeze up like it did last week. Is it?
Oh, let's not do that.
It's not
Don't
sharing. Uh-oh. There we go. Here we go. Now we got it. All right. Let's see what he's got here after this here mystery lock. Oh, there's a lot about that mystery lock. Come on now. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Ooh. Haunted B&B. Let's see what these guys have here at the end of the video.
YouTubers ETFW regularly visit allegedly haunted locations. In this episode of their YouTube series, they visit a supposedly haunted presbytery in the Blue Mountains in eastern Australia. The stories about the location claim that the place is haunted by a spirit of a priest who used to reside there. The YouTubers decide to spend the night at the property, bringing along a Ouija board to attempt to communicate with the spirits haunting the location.
Definitely. We don't know what to expect tonight. I mean, obviously, like we said, we haven't investigated this place yet, so we'll be curious to see what we get after the series of events that happen.
They also set up cameras to hopefully capture some paranormal happenings. At the very beginning of their Ouija session, their EMF detector begins making terrifying noises.
Ouija. We like to play.
It's Kevin's favorite game.
Twice, a voice on the EMF cries out the word scream.
Sounds like the same thing, but
Scream.
do you hear that? Like twice you did the same scream.
Other words come through, such as knock and stop.
Oh.
That was like a cry.
The cameras set up in the ghost hunters' rooms provide even more evidence that this location could very well be haunted. At 2:15 a.m., one of the ghost hunters gets out of bed to use the bathroom. A hallway camera shows that after he passes through a doorway at the end of the hall, the door begins to slowly close behind him.
Ooh, look at that.
That is a spooky kind of close right there.
Yeah, there's nothing behind it there that you can. Well, it's kind of dark.
There's no one in
But
the
you can
hallway.
see underneath the door. There's no-
Yeah.
The door closes all on its own.
Man.
Oh, it finished closing all the way. Did you see
1 hour
that?
later, the
Yeah.
same doorway again shows some activity. There's a washer and dryer just on the other side of the door. Inexplicably, a porcelain teacup that's been left on the counter falls to the ground all on its own. The hallway is entirely empty when this occurs.
Now, is this why that's not why the guy's in the bathroom?
Ghost hunters who get
No,
out
this was an hour later, he said. It was an hour later, so he's not in the bathroom there.
I just noticed they leave a lot of lights on.
Yeah. I guess maybe they didn't have any night vision, so they left a light on there.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
of bed to investigate.
Yeah, see, they're in bed, so they're getting out of bed to investigate the sounds.
That looks almost like daylight there.
They discover the fallen cup and also realize that the front door is wide open.
The front door is wide open?
Neither of them recall opening the door. They theorize that a draft of wind might have been able to cause these bizarre paranormal events, but they can't be sure that they weren't the work of a ghost.
No.
So what do you think these two ghost hunters have caught on camera? Is it just a gust of wind, or is it the old priest that might still linger here long after death?
Ooh. Now, I really like these. I really like that last one.
That was very realistic.
Yes, that last one was really good. That the door shutting, the voice, especially that cry, "Please stop!" That was. They didn't say if they were using a spirit box of some kind or what that was.
Was that, well, there was something with a lot of light flashing next to the Ouija board. Was that an EMF thing or what was that?
That was a K2 reader, like kind of like what I have here. I don't know of any of those that have a spirit box built in, but maybe it does.
Here is a noise that all ghost hunters recognize.
Sounds like a spirit box.
I found mine.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
All right, what else we got?
I got some cryptid ones here now. Okay, ooh, let me see here.
I like watching these, and
Yeah.
you know, but I do enjoy debunking them because some of them are so freaking obvious.
Yeah, they are.
But
Yeah.
other people, I mean, I still go back to that Huff Paranormal. He's a fascinating character. He's got 1 million freaking subscribers, and it's like somebody dies, some well-known. Oh, Kevin Kane died. Talk to him. You see what I'm saying? I don't care who it is. It's like, oh, you need to talk to this one. You need to talk to that one, and then within 2 or 3 days, he's like, this is real. This is not fake. This is genuine.
If I die and he calls me and I'm gonna go on that spirit box, go.
We come with peace and love. Can somebody connect us with Kevin Kane? By the way, you're talking about cryptids. Are you related to Peter Kane?
Not that I know of. I
Okay.
haven't heard the
While
name.
you're pulling up a video, I'm going to pull up a video.
Okay, yeah, I got one. I got the next one is a series of cryptid videos we can look at, but if you want me to go ahead with that, or if you got something.
Yeah. No, you go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
I never thought about this before, but this is a Bigfoot guy.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, because his last name is
All
Kane.
right. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and share my screen here. And we got cryptids now. Let's see some of these here. This first one's a skinwalker.
By their friend's ex-husband. They said the ex-husband and his father were trespassing on a rural property to check out the scene of a supposed drug-related shootout that had taken place some weeks earlier. It's alleged that they were approached by a man with a shotgun who warned them with a shaking voice that they shouldn't be alone on this part of the property. He fired off a warning shot into the air and told them to clear off. The ex-husband and the father ran as fast as they could down a dusty driveway. They used the flash on their camera to light up the way. As they ran, several photos were accidentally taken. These images would remain unchecked for some time. Finally, several weeks later, when they regaled friends and family of the bizarre encounter, they decided to check if the camera had taken any pictures as they ran. One of the photos picked up something truly eerie. In the middle of the road, you can see a humanoid figure. It's brown and bulky with a very thick torso. It looks to be somewhat hunched, as if it's lumbering across the road. As the title of the Reddit post suggests, the poster believes it could be evidence of the infamous Skinwalker. In Native American culture, skinwalkers are believed to be witches or
All
shamans
right,
that
let's
practice
get back to the
dark
picture
magic.
there.
Oh, hint at the ancient shape.
Now, that looks more like a Bigfoot to me or something there, walking across the path. Wonder why they chose Skinwalker when they saw that.
Probably, well, that looks like a Bigfoot, especially from the back right there, huh?
Yeah.
Play that again. Back it up a little bit.
Okay, let me.
Not all the way, just a little bit.
I was looking to see where. Okay, it says Utah Skin. So this is in Utah. They were
Okay.
filming at a location.
For some time.
I just wondered if he's in an area where
Finally,
skinwalker's a big
weeks later,
thing. You
when
know?
they regaled friends and family of the bizarre encounter, they decided to check if the camera had taken
Let me
any
see if it
pictures as
says
they
where in
ran. One of the
Utah.
photos picked up something.
I'll go back
eerie.
a little bit here.
In the middle of the road, you can see a humanoid skinwalker sighting.
Sometimes it'll tell you.
The photo was
In
taken
the
by the friend's
description.
ex-husband. They said the ex-husband
Hello.
and his father. This scary photo was uploaded to Reddit in 2018 with the title Utah Skinwalker Sighting. The poster claimed.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
We're
it's fine.
buffering here. But it doesn't say where in Utah. Well, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say where in Utah. He just kind of goes into the history of the Skinwalker there. But I mean, that could be. That could be a cryptid, or let's see.
Well,
Here it is.
in Alabama, we got the white thing.
Yeah.
Torso.
I think it's a cultural thing, you know.
Yeah. I hadn't heard a lot about. Well, I think I have heard some Skinwalker stories that came from Utah, but I wouldn't know which part of it, what city or anything.
Well, play that again. Just hit the play button there.
Okay.
It looks to be somewhat hunched, as if it's lumbering across the road.
So that's just a snapshot. He didn't get a film.
Suggests.
Yeah, it's a picture that was captured while they were running
Okay.
down that path. And as they were running, he was accidentally snapping pictures because they were using the flash as their light. And one of the pictures, apparently they didn't see that. They didn't even know they had captured a picture of something until they went back later and looked at the photos.
I almost would call that a bushman.
Bushman.
Looks like an out-of-place bush.
Yeah, maybe. All right, what's the next cryptid here?
In this YouTube video captured in northern British Columbia, one YouTuber, Echo Heart Media, proved that you don't have to capture the entire body for a cryptid sighting to be terrifying. This footage comes from a CCTV security camera that was set up on a vacation property. The manager of the property had long been noticing that things were moved without explanation or even destroyed. They also found unusual prints around the property that didn't appear to belong
That looks like a
to
raccoon
an
print.
animal they had ever
It
seen.
does.
They set
Yeah,
up
it
cameras
does.
in hope of identifying the culprit. It seems that whoever was causing the mischief around the property didn't like the idea of being filmed. In the footage, we see a hand reach up to where the security camera is placed, groping around for the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a human
At
hand.
first, it seems to be a normal human hand. However, if you look closely, something about it seems
Well, it looks
off.
like it's got three
First of all,
fingers.
the hand seems small, almost as if it belongs to a child. In addition, the hand only has 3 fingers.
That's a weird look.
To make matters
Yeah,
even
that's a weird looking hand.
here isn't
That's
mutilated in any way.
that's strange. That's all I can say on that. That's strange.
Yeah.
Dead.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
that's-
got what, 3 fingers.
They have
Yeah.
3 fingers. After groping around
Who
for a
knows? I mean, there are people that have deformed hands, but you know.
covering the lens with its palm.
Ah!
Grabs the camera and tears it down, never giving us a glimpse of its face, leaving its existence a complete mystery.
That is a
Yeah.
creepy little video.
Yeah, it looks like a 3-fingered person. I've seen some people with deformed hands that
hmm
only
Yeah.
have. I mean,
Who knows? I mean, you know, there are some magicians, if you ever watch any magic on YouTube, that, you know, there's some people born that have nothing from the waist down.
yeah,
And they will take a person like that and act like they cut them in two. You know, it's really
yeah, I
freaky.
watched
You
that.
know what I'm saying? They take it to a new level, but that, you know. So you can take people that had natural deformities or injuries, and you can do things that really screw people up. But that was
Yeah.
that is that little few seconds is a very spooky little video.
Yeah, it is.
However, it was done.
All right, what's next?
That was not a Bigfoot, though.
Yeah,
YouTuber Freddie Z was not prepared for the scary encounters that he would face when making an innocent video for his YouTube channel. He and a companion set out into the woods one night looking to capture and document some of the creepy crawly creatures that come out when things get dark. After hunting for a while, the pair hadn't had much luck, so they decide to call it a night. In the video, we see them beginning to document the few insects they did
I
manage
see a
to
frog.
find that night, when they suddenly hear the sound of a nearby branch snapping. The camera pans up towards the source of the noise. The camera's light reveals what appears to be a wolf man peering out from behind a nearby tree.
a wolf. Well, that could be anything.
The two boys quickly bolt away from the creature. We hear them discussing what it was they saw, but they're unable to come up with an answer. Did Freddie Z really capture evidence of a werewolf stalking in this
So
forest?
why do these cryptids always want to hide behind
Must
stuff?
be a wolf man
Let's
peering
see. I think I see in that close up. I think I see what they mean by werewolf. They're trying to say that's the here's the top of the head and the ear and the eyes,
Yeah, I
and
see
there's
that.
the mouth with the teeth open, like one of those
Yeah.
Hollywood werewolves. There, that
Yeah.
looks. It's probably somebody in a costume. I don't know.
Well, like I said, anytime I see a cryptid peeking around a tree, and the Bigfoot videos, to where you're always behind, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah,
if I'm out hunting for Bigfoot and I see some movement, I'm going toward that Bigfoot. I'm not going to hide in the bushes and get a film behind a bunch of leaves and trees. I mean, really.
I know.
So, you know, or whatever. I mean, you know, can I debunk it? No, that's video. You can't, you know, but it doesn't
Yeah.
look real to me.
Yeah, I don't think that was anything there. Let's see if we can get to the
The
next.
two boys quickly bolt away from
Plus, something that's living in the woods like that's not going to have teeth that white.
What sort of creepy creature
Yeah. Get to the
Maybe they got
beginning of this.
cryptid dentist. Who knows?
In July 2011, YouTuber Holla Bible managed
That
to
was
keep
scary.
the creature on camera after hearing scary sounds coming from the woods near his house in Oregon. After walking for some distance, he eventually spots an unusual beast crouching in the long grass. As the YouTuber speaks to the camera, his voice startles the creature, who immediately turns to look at him. Its eyes look as though they're glowing in the darkness as they reflect the camera's light. If you slow the footage down, you can see that the creature appears to be some sort of humanoid. It has smooth, hairless skin and a large dome-shaped head. It also looks as though it's crouched over something, possibly a carcass from which it's feeding. Clearly
Okay.
speaking, what he's just witnessed, Holla Bible runs for safety, and the video abruptly ends.
I've seen a lot of video with a similar shape.
Similar appearance to an alien.
You said the big.
You know, you probably seen a lot of videos, almost identical shape. You know, the
Uh-huh.
um, all I can say, if you're out there and you're in the middle of the night and you got this camera that's got night vision or whatever, they sell, and they're not that expensive, some very bright handheld spotlights, so you can light up that freaking area and get a better shot of, even at that distance, you could shine some light on that character. So hey guys, step up your game, okay? Step up your game. You can do this. Set up a GoFundMe page to raise the $34 to get you a freaking spotlight. Because I mean, really, that would be phenomenal. But it's like, if I saw that, Joe's got the camera and he's saying, "What the hell is that?" Fred says, "Let me get the spotlight." It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we got the best video ever of this feast or whatever it is, this humanoid thing. But no, we're going to keep it all fuzzy, granular, and behind weeds.
Well, they have those flashlights now, even at Walmart, that create this huge, gigantic spotlight that'll go all the way across the yard.
Nowadays, with LED lights, you can carry that thing in your back pocket.
Yeah.
And they even come in little pouches. You can wear it on your side like a gun.
I'm not something like that picked up. I'm gonna get some more video. I'm not gonna poop my pants.
And I'm not trying to debunk it. It's like, guys, step up your freaking game.
Yeah.
Really, you can do this. You see something like that? That's not a ghost.
Yeah.
Go somewhere. That's a real something. It's not ghostly, and you can shine a light on that. And it's like, set up a GoFundMe page and raise the $25 and get you a freaking bright flashlight. Jeez.
Lillian Gray, many viewers have thought that this YouTuber had spotted a being from another world.
Ah.
Others drew comparisons to the rake,
Other
forest-dwelling cryptids. While the footage does appear to show some type of creepy creature, the poor video quality makes it difficult to know for sure.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, without further information, we may be behind this house.
Thank you.
Some
Okay, we've seen this one 900 times.
to pay tribute to the original Bigfoot footage that started it all. Such is the case with this video uploaded to the Smithsonian Magazine's YouTube channel. Captured in 2000, the video titled Dave Shealy's 2000 Skunk Ape footage displays an odd human-sized figure walking in the distance, reminiscent of the original Bigfoot.
I'm gonna mute him. What you think about that? Do you think that could be somebody in a costume, or you think there's any
I go back
validity?
to this again. If I am out wherever and I see something that is concerning to me, and I'm able to get that kind of video, I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to stop. I'm going to run toward that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm risking my health by doing this, but I will never have to work again because I finally got some proof. But no, they stay all the way as far away from it as they can. They get these grainy, fuzzy freaking pictures with no attempt whatsoever to chase this thing down. None whatsoever. Why be a Bigfoot or a ghost hunter if you run and stay, it's like, ooh, hide around that tree. I don't want it to see me. No, I want it to see me. So okay, what's that? That looks fake. That hand.
That's just
Describing what he saw as a child.
I think he just put that up there as a picture while he's talking. There's another one.
Bigfoot costume. A hand looks just like that.
But there, I mean, it's like he's not running away from it, so why didn't he go toward it and see what would happen?
Oh, recently on some of the Facebook groups, somebody was posting pictures of a mountain gorilla.
Of a mountain gorilla.
It's like, I grabbed a picture off of Google. It's like, that is a gorilla. I know gorillas. That's not a Bigfoot. That's a freaking gorilla. They would post it and say, what's this? It's like, it's a freaking gorilla. That's what it is. I couldn't find anything to match it. It's like, just type in gorilla. You're going to find thousands of pictures to match it.
I couldn't find anything to match it.
And it's not that I don't want to believe; it's just I don't want to be stupid, you know.
Yeah. Let's see what this next
Do you
video.
believe?
Creepy creature chases
Video while
boys.
exploring an abandoned house in an unknown location. The house itself is old and believed by many to be haunted, but what these two see inside is far worse than any ghost. As one of the explorers opens the front door, some sort of creature rushes towards them from out of the darkness.
Oh, I've seen this.
Which move on all fours almost looks as though it was waiting for the boys to enter the mansion. The pair run for their lives as the beast lightens towards them.
Hollywood.
Human, it moves.
Look at that. That thing's, I think that's a person.
Well, again,
lets out a ferocious.
We've had some very bright flashlights, you know, and we still got this granular, and it's not a big enough light. I mean, come on. And I'm not even going to try to debunk it. I'm just saying you're out here doing ghost hunting, and you can't afford a $15 freaking LED flashlight that a lot of people in the room. Okay. Do you really want to catch something, or you just want to be spooky?
I mean, if you can get it, I mean, it's of course the camera's wobbling conveniently, but if you can get a good clear shot, that's a person. I think this was maybe staged.
I think you're exactly right, and I think it's a very slim, tall person that's double jointed.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But I tell you, I'm gonna start a fundraiser for these groups, Cryptid and Bigfoot and Ghost. It's like, hey, these flashlights are not that expensive. We raise a few $100s and make sure everybody's got one. It's gonna be up to you to charge it and get batteries for it, but we're gonna make sure you got them.
I can tell you this: anytime a clip starts out with "this is from some boys," as soon as they say boys or young boys, I'm automatically skeptical because they're always pulling stuff out.
I can, you know, on the software I've got on my computer, on my laptop, I can create a Bigfoot running through the woods across from a lake. It's like, ooh, I caught Bigfoot. Looks real. But guess what? It's fake.
Yeah, it is.
And my Bigfoot wasn't as blurry and crap as theirs was. But oh, you just don't want to believe. No, I do want to believe.
I want to believe. I want to believe, but I want you to hold the camera steady when you're filming.
You're there for a reason, and then when the reason happens, you act stupid.
Yeah. All right, what's the next one here? I think we got time.
In July 2016, an unsettling clip was uploaded to Last Leaf Studios' YouTube channel that shows one of the creepiest things ever caught on video. Footage captured in Kiev, Ukraine, appears to show some sort of creature hanging underneath a bridge. As the beast makes its way towards a lighted area underneath the structure, its size and shape suddenly becomes apparent. It appears to resemble some sort of humanoid or very large ape, and moves in a similar fashion to a sloth, only much faster. However, if you zoom in, you can actually see that it moves both of its rear legs at the same time, as if pulling itself along the railing.
So what do you think of that one? That's interesting.
When the clip first surfaced, many thought that the creature had been some sort of ape that...
I don't know.
I have no clue except to say that one's a little bit more believable than the others. It's again, they're so far away. I understand why they can't get close because it's a body of water, okay? And anytime you zoom in like that, it gets pixelated to the point to where it gets fuzzy.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. I find that interesting compared, you know, in comparison to what the others we've looked at.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Let's see, here's something caught in a cave here.
This video, uploaded to Jay Frasina's YouTube channel in June 2009, supposedly shows a creepy creature climbing the walls inside a 100-million-year-old ice cavern. The cave, which is located near the town of Hallstatt, Austria, can be accessed via a cable car, followed by a short hike. As the cavern, they begin to film various ice formations.
Ooh.
And as they ascend a flight of stairs, you can see dozens of icicles hanging from the ceiling.
Wow.
Okay, that is.
Deeper into the cave, it becomes noticeably darker. Suddenly, the camera holder spots something climbing on one of the walls. First, he thinks it could be a person as he zooms in to get a better look. Then, he can be heard saying that he thinks it's
deer.
a ghost. He continues filming the creature until it disappears out of sight. If you slow the footage down, you can see that the creature appears to have a humanoid body structure. However, it seems to move in a manner similar to that of a frog or toad. The clip
All right,
from the expert
Kevin. Here's the deal. What can we do to facilitate people having decent flashlights with them?
I don't know. Let's start a telethon to help
Now,
us
the
poor.
interesting thing about this cave is clearly, if you go back, you'll see that this is a cave that has been well explored. There's lighting in the cave. And if that
Yeah.
first picture, see the railing right there?
Yeah.
So it's been made for tourists.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like it's an unexplored cave. It's a cave where people are probably paying a $5, $10 fee, giving tours, or maybe they just let them walk through it alone, whatever. The bottom line is, it's like there's people in there all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe not late at night, but again, they catch something where there's no light and they don't have a freaking flashlight with them. Even your cell phone has a flashlight,
Yeah.
and they're pretty bright.
I mean, this could be some sort of reflection of light, some kind of light bouncing off one of the ice things, or I don't know. It looks
Well, again, I mean, it's
it's
interesting.
moving, but
Yeah, but it's always in a situation. This is, first of all, you can't tell how far away that is. That could be a frog.
Yeah. That's another thing I was thinking, is that's kind of amphibian in there. I don't know if they go in ice caves or not, but
But that's just like, okay, you got no depth perception here, anything to compare it to, because you've got that formation on the right, and then you go into darkness, and that could be really just nowhere. But anyway, from the video, my disappointment with the majority of these videos is like, get a damn flashlight. They're not expensive. You can get decent little flashlights that light up a big area, and it don't cost a lot cheaper than these things.
yeah. I mean, that's all I can see is it's a moving spot. I mean,
Yeah.
you
So
can
it's hard to
make,
tell. It's hard to tell. Well, now on my cameras, on the corners of my house,
yeah.
cobwebs will take on shapes like that. The wind's blowing, and if you look at it,
It's,
it looks like it's got arms and legs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's
Even a
interesting stuff.
bug crawling across it can.
It's interesting stuff, but unfortunately, again, we live in the 21st century. I don't know when all these things were recorded, but I've got on my desk, I've got all kinds of flashlights. Look at that. Harbor Freight every other weekend has a sale that you can buy a 99-cent item at Harbor Freight, and they'll give you a flashlight. Now that is a pretty, it's pretty bright light.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of these sitting around. Any of those hunters need a flashlight, and you're out there trying to get something, you need me to donate you a flashlight, just message me on Facebook or YouTube. I'll make sure you get a flashlight. You can focus in if you see something.
We're a little over an hour in now. I've actually got something that I'm excited to throw up here and promote.
Okay.
Not throw up, but throw up on the screen or put up on the screen. And that is,
He had too much. He had too much Thanksgiving dinner.
And that is voila, the new book.
You got it.
Um,
But why are you using an ancient picture of yourself?
that's not ancient. I just took that picture a few months ago. Ancient.
Oh, you actually shaved for that picture. Okay.
I finally got this thing finished. Now I just got to format, do a little format and correcting. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll have something uploaded. I'm testing out, trying to upload a copy of the manuscript tonight, and the pages kept bleeding over. In fact, I've got it. Well, no, I don't have it up in front of me, but the words are bleeding off the page on the test. I like these things like direct publishing, where it'll show you a sample you can click through and see what it looks like, where you don't have to order a printed copy. You can just look at it right there, and I can see words. Or even though I had it formatted on my manuscript, for some reason it's blowing it up and trying to make it look like it's bleeding off the page. So I need to adjust it a little bit.
So it's not published yet, but it's almost there.
Not yet, but there's the cover, front and back and spine there.
Good, look good. Okay, so here we go. Here's my little ad right here. Get your wishing machine. I've got 4 of them sitting in my office, my little workroom next door here. I have sent these to Germany. I've sent them to Canada. I've sent them to Australia. I didn't start this till August, and I've already sent these things all around the world and all across the nation. And it's amazing how these things are going. So I do have a holiday special. You see that running across the screen right there. I've got a sale on a very basic model of the wishing machine. So look out for his book. And you can get your wishing machine now in time for Christmas. What's your wish? What's your intention? Now, I'm going to give a little break to him, and we're going to look at, since his name is Kane, the only difference between this guy and Kevin is the way they spell their name. This guy puts a E on the end of his name. He says C-A-I-N-E. So this is an interesting fella. He's real serious Bigfoot guy. So enjoy this for a few minutes. It's very entertaining, and it's kind of shocking when you watch this. Very, very shocking. So here we go.
Conquer my fears. But I never come back here without a gun or without a dog. I have Jupiter with me. And then Jupiter doesn't seem real big, but he's a tough dog. And all Bigfoot and Sasquatch are afraid of dogs. This is a fact. Look, I was molested. I was molested by a Sasquatch. It's a fact. And hearing all this in the news of like Al Franken and Roy Moore and Donald Trump, it just brings it all back. It's like I got PTSD, so I'm watching TV and I see this about our president molesting people, and I'm thinking, I've been molested. You know, nobody wants to help me. I've been molested by a Sasquatch. I know a lot of people are saying that it wasn't a female Sasquatch, that it was a male Sasquatch. It wasn't. It was a female. I'm not gay. Nothing like that happened. It was a female Sasquatch. I didn't want it to happen. I was back here minding my own business, looking for my dog. I was looking for my dog. It's like she barreled out of the bushes and knocked me over and started pulling my pants off. You know? And for a minute it felt good. I blew my load. It's horrible. I don't know how I'm going to get over this. QP, what am I going to do? The only thing that I can do is keep coming back here. One day I'm going to see that Sasquatch. I'll see that Bigfoot. She'll be sorry for what she did to me. You'll be sorry when you did Sasquatch to Peter Kane. That was a huge mistake.
Kevin's brother.
Oh.
Yeah, it did feel good. That's why it was biological. I just blew him up because I had to. I got on no choice. She got on top of me and was riding it home. She didn't even give me a rubber. She raped me. She didn't even give me a rubber. She didn't even give me a rubber. She just fucking used me for my sperm. I know she's got my baby out there in the woods. If I find her, she's got my baby. I'm taking my baby. I'll raise that cub. Chaka. Oh, God, I'm gonna get revenge. Oh, Sasquatch, you're dead to me. How dare you do that? She didn't even kiss me. She didn't even give me a rimmer, goddammit. Oh, I'm stuck in the news, and I'm the one I'm suffering. Nobody wants to help me. Nobody even wants to give him my Patreon account. I didn't even get a rimmer. Oh, Julie, what are we gonna do? Here's the tree that she knocked out after she had sex with me. It was like she stood up and knocked it down. She was so excited because I was so good. I was great, I'm sure. That's the tree that she knocked out. See, that's proof this really fucking happened. It didn't happen.
It's proof.
So anyway, well, that kind of brings us around to my book, Dating the Dead, and the woman that had sex with Bigfoot. Remember, datingthedead.com, and you can read it. Now, that guy was raped by a female Sasquatch, and clearly he was very disturbed about it. Go over there and support his Patreon account. He's trying to get over that, and I'm sure he needs therapy. Wouldn't you say so, Kevin? He probably needs therapy?
Yeah. You're right. A lot of therapy.
He needs therapy. But anyway, I had to share that because I don't know. I hadn't run across anybody except for that woman that had sex with Bigfoot, but she wasn't upset about it like Peter Kane was. And I was just reminded of that clearly because Kevin's last name's Kane. I thought there's got to be some relation there somehow. That's Peter Kane. Peter Kane dog training. He is a good dog trainer, and he does a lot of interesting video, as you see. Poor guy was very distraught, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He got raped.
Didn't even give me a rimmer. It was a female Sasquatch. It wasn't a male. I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
Okay. All right. You got some more debunking stories for us there, Kevin?
Yeah, let's see here.
So that was Peter Kane dog training, and this is Kevin Kane doll training.
I don't have an E at the end of my last name like he does. So, all right, let's see here. Get our cryptid videos back up here and see what we can find here.
That kind of broke up the monotony for the night, didn't it?
Yeah. All right, let's see what he had here.
Webcams are another bit of technology that makes it even easier to capture fascinating, scary videos. This
Weird
video
creature.
YouTube by
That is a
Elton
weird creature. Oh, that's not what he's talking about.
while a webcam user is interacting with others on the internet. What starts out as a light-hearted day on the web quickly turns sinister. As the man chats with his friends, there's a dark doorway visible behind him. A few seconds into the video, a strange creature appears in the doorway.
That looks.
The video's too blurry to make out much about the creature, but it seems to
Always blurry.
peeks through the door to look
Well,
at the man.
It looks
One of the man's friends
like
watching on the
CGI.
webcam alerts him to the creature's presence. And just as he turns around to see what they're talking about, the creature disappears. It's difficult to discern if it ducks back through the doorway or simply disappears into thin air. Either way, the man is unable to find any traces of the weird creature when he goes to investigate, leaving this strange webcam video a mystery.
Yeah, I had seen that one before, and that looked like.
This is some unsettling footage purported to be filmed in a remote Romanian
Oh,
zoo.
Lord.
That was fake.
2014, it's thought that a backpacker who was traveling through rural Romania found out about a secretive farm that is run by illegal traffickers. The heavily guarded property allegedly houses exhibits that the general public don't know about or don't want to know about. Somehow, the backpacker managed to smuggle a camcorder onto the property to film one of the exhibits. The footage begins with the backpacker explaining that the zoo is housing some sort of deformed animal caged up in one of the sheds. Things go black as he makes his way through a crowd of people. They're all gathered around a cell sealed off with thick steel bars. You can hear the crowd ogling at something. Finally, a gap appears between the two people, and we get a glimpse of some kind
I'm sorry.
It moans wildly.
I'm not even going to address that one.
Someone yells. The crowd heaves.
I mean,
back
really,
in
that's
horror
no.
as the creature
I ain't buying it.
Then maybe that's that guy's baby with
is fully
Sasquatch.
revealed.
Yeah,
That looks like something you see in a fair. In fact, if there's people going through,
that's definitely That's I'm sorry.
yeah, it's like,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a fine line between overdoing it and underdoing it. And,
Uh-huh.
that was kind of overdone. It's like, okay, that's whatever.
Yeah.
My opinion, of course.
Yeah. All right, this one's in China.
Featured in this video, uploaded to YouTube by channel Kiwi
Now,
TV.
that's not overdone. That is interesting right here.
And it's clear the person capturing the video felt the same way. Featuring an odd marine creature captured on video in a Chinese river, this short clip is worth considerable study. Featuring a creature similar in size and stature to an alligator or crocodile, this creature's long, protruding snout and unique facial structure makes it clear that it's neither. While one
See, there is a lot of very strange sea
Open.
creatures, and
Yeah.
that one does not look fake at all. That one
Yeah.
looks like, I don't know how you feel about it, but that one looked very real.
Yeah, I don't think. There you go. I don't think that was faked at all. There's all kinds of inbreeded animals and other things that we just haven't
Well,
seen yet. That's-
even the meltdown of the nuclear reactor over there, from the tsunami can screw up animals,
yeah,
deformities of whatever.
yeah. That
Or it could come from another planet.
thing. Yeah,
Look at those eyes. It looks like the eyes of those aliens.
I know. I thought maybe it was some kind of gator, the way that had the snout and everything, but it is weird, and the body is weird, and who knows what that is.
I don't guess they ever got it out of the water, did they?
If they did, they didn't get it on camera. That was weird. Yeah, I think that's a real one. All right.
Uploaded to YouTube by user Jack Heath, this video captures one of many strange creatures that are unlike anything seen before. While the previously noted aquatic creature on this list had at least some qualities of other water-dwelling animals to compare it to, this creature, on the other hand, is so unique that it has no other animal even similar to it.
I don't see anything but ripple.
The video
Oh,
begins with
there
the
it
camera
is.
holder filming a pleasant waterside scene. Several people are heard in the background. Suddenly, a bizarre creature rises from the darkness of the water.
What the
From
hell?
what is visible
Right.
in the creature, it is longer than the average fish, but smaller than most sea mammals. Aside from its long reptilian face and protruding whiskers,
It's got whiskers on it. You see that?
the creature is what seems to be its spine. Aside from these few distinct features, the general shape of the creature is unknown. However, what is shown in the video is enough to confirm that it's unlike anything we've seen before, leaving both the video's uploader and the comments section completely stumped.
Ah!
Yeah, he reacted like I would if I was just filming the night and that thing came. I
Strange
mean,
looking creature.
Distinct features, the general shape of the creature is unknown. However, what is shown in the video is enough to confirm that it's unlike anything we've seen before, leaving both the video's uploader and the comments section completely stumped.
Yeah. That don't seem fake.
no, I just
There's
wonder.
an
I mean,
explanation for it, but it does not seem fake. Both of those did not seem fake to me.
yeah. I just wonder why they didn't look like anybody else had reacted yet. Maybe they weren't paying attention. There, there's people standing on either side of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was that was bizarre.
But that character behind the gate was like, okay, no.
Yeah, and that thing in the doorway behind the guy on the camera, that was CGI. Okay, let's see what else we got.
Abandoned hospitals are often fruitful sites for ghost
Another one of
encounters,
these.
but evidently they're excellent for cryptid sightings as well. In this YouTube video posted by John Edmonds, a group of urban explorers decide to investigate the abandoned Overbrook Asylum at the Essex County Hospital in Cedar Grove, New Jersey in the United States. The facility has a history of cruel and barbaric mental health practices such as lobotomies and electroshock therapy, among many others, leading many to believe that restless and angry spirits lurk in the rundown hallways. However, these explorers came across something they weren't expecting. As they examine one of the rooms, they hear a strange screeching noise.
Hey, it is what it is.
They turn the camera just in time to capture a strange and terrifying four-legged creature running toward them. The creature is in
Yeah,
shadow,
it's just taking that camera all over the place.
distinguishing features other than its long, gangly limbs.
Ah, it's a
Explorers
naked
run from the
man.
building quickly after spotting it, too terrifying to linger in its path.
God, you can't even see enough of it till you
Viewers of the
take
footage
off
have
running.
suggested that the scary creature is most likely a pale crawler.
It's most likely a
Accounts of these
person.
lesser-known cryptids typically describe it as
And
an
this is
elongated
probably fake.
humanoid creature with long, thin limbs. Often, when people first spot the
I'm gonna
pale
bypass
grey
the
or
rest of
white
that. I think that's fake. What do you think?
Don't buy that one.
loaded to
You do
that
not buy that one.
I do not buy that one. Okay, mysterious masked figure seen in forest.
Wells' YouTube channel in November 2016. As he and a friend are out investigating an unknown forest, they stumble upon a pile of soiled blankets that have a strange mask sitting on top.
I got a
The
mask
pair
like that.
continue down the path, and it's not long before they spot another mask. This time it's hanging from a tree. As they move the camera holder notices something
They
new.
raided your house and got a mask.
You see that?
Suddenly, a masked figure jumps out from behind the grass.
Oh,
Scared, the boys make a dash for safety.
Okay, there's those young kids again. Okay, yeah.
then
While
that's
it's more than
that's
likely
not
that
even
the
a
masked figure
cryptid.
seen lurking in the grass.
Okay. That's too whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Looks like a
Whoever grabbed
Bigfoot.
this type of these videos was really stretching to get some content.
Yeah.
It's all just likely to be an elaborate hoax for the camera.
Yeah, it's a hoax.
Just happened to have the camera aiming in that direction. Blah 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 blah
If you
blah.
call this mysterious
Yeah.
cryptid, you can't.
Let's see
deny
this Sasquatch here.
it has captivated the world since the Patterson Gimlin film made waves in 1960.
Okay, we've seen that picture enough. Go on.
This video, posted by True Horror Stories of Texas and Twisted Video, serves as another piece of irrefutable evidence that the Bigfoot walks among us. The video appears to have been shot from a boat sailing along the Rio Grande River in Texas. The footage shows scenic views of the water and riverbed before the man holding the camera spots an animal drinking water alongside the river.
Oh, that was a Mexican trying to enter the United States.
Makes the man think it's a dog at first. Then the creature stands up.
Said, what? Get these. Hold the freaking camera still. It does stand up. It looks like human. It don't look like a creature. Did you see that? It looks like a human.
Yeah, it looks like a.
Standing to reveal its full height.
I can pause it on it. Yeah, it looks like a person.
That doesn't look like a.
That's a person, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
border sneaker.
He was about to dive in the water and he got busted. Okay.
He was going to sneak over there.
He was trying to see how deep the water was.
Oh my gosh. That's a waste of time right there.
This guy is really stretching it to get some content for his video.
Humanoid
Yeah.
creature watching them. They don't dare get any closer.
Don't
That
dare
doesn't
get
stop viewers from being convinced that this is indeed footage of the elusive Sasquatch.
No, indeed, it's not.
That just looks very human, even a white face. I mean, you know what I'm saying. It's
Cryptid
not.
sightings can be in very familiar forms.
What the
This
heck
video
is
shows
this?
what appears to be an ordinary fish poking its head out through a thick layer. Things get really strange when the fish opens its mouth and smoke comes out of its lungs.
What is this? Smoke. It's smoked herring.
Cause such behavior.
Are you high?
Looking fish, some sort of freaky fire-breathing cryptid.
I know what those fish are.
Pumpkin
They're
is
420 fish.
asserting that the creature is simply a lungfish and that the behavior was normal for the species. However, others who viewed the video quickly pointed out that the evidence provided makes no mention of lungfish exhaling smoke, nor does any other internet resource. That being the case, this
You know, we have ruined the planet. We've even got fish talking now.
Yeah, look at give me a light, man.
Oh, look, we polluted the earth so bad. That's what it is.
I know.
uploaded to YouTube
Okay.
by user Tim Bucky
Oh,
Ball,
Lake
this
Michigan.
footage is reminiscent of another famous genre of strange creatures, the lake monster. The video, taken in South Haven, Michigan, depicts a raging gale rocking the pier. Seemingly washed up by the strong winds is an enormous slithering creature. Dark and large in size when compared against the pier and lighthouse, the creature rubs up against the pier throughout the video. While the video uploader on
That's kind of something, huh?
was likely a large lake sturgeon, which have been known to reach up to 200 in weight and an impressive length of 7 feet, there is room for doubt. Lake sturgeons are
Yes.
typically not as flexible as the creatures shown in the video.
Yeah, that's more
In
snake-like.
fact, a local veterinarian would go on to suggest that the creature was an eel or lamprey, although no such specimen has been reported to reach the impressive length of the creature captured in this video.
That
While
is
the footage
bizarre.
is taken from afar in distorted
That
conditions,
could be like
the creature's presence is
some
nonetheless
kind of large debris. You know what I'm saying? They got washed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, some kind of garbage. There it goes on that side over there. It looks like. Yep. It could be some kind of garbage.
100 miles to the east, has had its own resident cryptid reportedly living in the waters. Nicknamed Bessie, supposed sightings of Lake Erie's monster have been recorded since 1793, with increased sightings having been produced in recent years. Said to be around 30 to 40 feet long and a single foot in diameter, Bessie has been spotted in the area over and over again, making it a cult favorite up there with Bigfoot. While it's unknown if Lake Michigan has finally become home to a distant relative of Bessie's, this video is certainly promising. Love to hear your opinions on this one in the comments section.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think it's fake, just might be misidentified.
YouTube channel NVTV is known for posting videos of creepy encounters that people have had in dark and scary places of the world. The channel specializes in footage of Bigfoot, Sasquatches, Yetis, skunk apes, and Yowies. They believe that this video likely captured evidence of a Bigfoot. Others who have watched the video believe that the creature is more likely a skinwalker or jinn.
I don't see
The video
anything
was
yet.
shot by several men walking in the woods late at night. In the trees, they spot the creature and immediately begin filming. The video is dark, and all we can see is the glowing reflection of its eyes watching through the leaves. The men are clearly frightened as soon as they spot the creature. However, things go from bad to worse when they witness the creature's speed. It moves so quickly across the frame that the video has to be slowed down to see it properly.
I never
The
saw
quality
it
of the video
move.
isn't great, but there's clearly something eerie hiding in the forest. Is it a Bigfoot, jinn, or something else entirely? With only this grainy video to go on, we may never know what these men encountered on that terrifying night.
I don't see anything moving, or I saw some reflection, but I don't see anything there.
I'll go back to this over and over and over. Here you go, guys, right here.
Yeah.
If you're out at night, even if you're not looking for something, smart people carry a flashlight just so they can see where the hell they're going, you know? And if you're out looking for a cryptid or something like that, boom, it's like if you're in a cemetery and you see looks like something is poking around from the side of a tombstone, guess what? Don't you want to know, was it real or was it Memorex?
Memorex.
Remember the cassette days?
Yeah, I remember. I bought those. All right, what's next after
Hey
this?
guys, Harbor Freight,
In early 2018,
Walmart,
footage
I think even Dollar General has them.
was captured by a woman in the northern Mexican state of Baja
Mexico gets a lot of these witches flying in the air. Have you noticed that?
in
Uh-huh.
the sky. The video seen here, uploaded to the Facebook page UFO.
You
Logo
barely
Video
see it.
Series, clearly shows an object. However, there's
Oh,
much
I know what that is. That's BS. You know what that is?
a UFO.
What, a
expert,
piece of
Ramirez
turd?
himself suggested
It is bird shit on their windshield. Seriously, that is exactly what it is. It's bird shit on their windshield. Either that or watch it.
tubular-shaped UFO that was flying over the city, monitoring recent rocket launches from
Watch
Earth.
it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Some of these space missions have suspicious objectives that alien beings are aware of. Others thought that
I did that. I had the similar thing. Look at it.
humanoid figure
That is on the windshield.
flying
Get out of your vehicle, then show me.
shape. It certainly does.
Yeah, look
look
at
like
it.
a person.
See, yeah. You can tell. It's bullshit. It's on their windshield.
Yeah.
Analysts even put forward the idea that the figure could have simply been
And it becomes viral around the whole freaking world. It's like, give me a break. Everybody's sitting there saying, wow, there's bird shit.
to see how opinions could be so divided. And I'm sure the debate over the object's true
Whatever.
identity
I've seen stuff. But it's not funny.
So what do you think?
Don't even look like a person.
Love to get
Give me a
your
break.
Christine, a hunter in northern Saskatchewan, Canada, captured an encounter with an animal so gigantic it left zoologists baffled.
I think I've
The
seen
short
that.
clip
Yeah.
captured on phone shows a
Oh,
white
excuse me.
creature barking at something lurking in the grass. You can see a black head peek over the ridge. It looks like a big dog or wolf. Suddenly, the creature lunges at the white dog, which retreats with a yelp.
Now, I've seen this one before.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
I don't know.
The
See, I,
black wolf-like creature is
It's
enormous.
too agile to be a huge. It kind of resembled one of those huge hogs, but it's not quite hog shaped.
yeah, and see, I would have wanted to say fake until the dog reacted to it.
The creature
Now,
I mean, it's there. It's not just CGI.
I've
It's-
seen that one before. Something is there, but it's
Yeah.
hard to say what that's. Now, under those circumstances, I don't blame that guy for not going toward it.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
wouldn't either.
treats
I
the
mean,
But
that
Look at
thing.
that thing jump up. Look at it jump up. It's
Yeah.
very agile.
Yeah, let me go back.
It is
First
very
peeking up
agile.
there.
So it's kind of like squatted down, and the dog disturbs it. Dog gets nosy.
Yeah. And then watch it jump up just Just pow! Look at that.
That is big.
I know.
And one of those big hogs does not run that way. And we got some of those big hogs in Alabama. That's a very strange looking beast.
Yeah, I mean,
Big looking beast too.
some kind of large wolf, or maybe it is that dire wolf right there.
And
The thing,
was that a German Shepherd that was there?
the dog.
Yeah.
Let me go back a little bit more.
Because the
I
dog was
couldn't
big.
tell. The
The
dog
dog was big too. Look.
almost looked like a beagle mix of some kind. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's not no small dog. It's a big dog.
No, it's a.
Look
I
at
could
that.
get a good
That thing
freeze
looks
on it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of dog. It looks like
It
it's
looks
short haired with
It looks kind of like a shepherd to me. Maybe it's a crossbreed,
maybe, yeah.
but it's not a little dog. Is my point.
No, it's not a little dog. That's a big dog.
That beast is a lot bigger than that dog. Look
Yeah.
at that thing. Look at it.
I
Now,
know.
that's not fake. I don't know what it is, but that's not fake. That dog
Yeah,
is not
that-
fake.
And that dog is bold itself. It
dog
ran
is not
toward
fake.
it. Look at there. I mean, God, I don't know what that thing is. It don't move like a hog either. Look at it. It's oh man.
Yeah, that's a big beast. Whatever it is, that's not anything I'd want to play with.
God. Yeah, I first saw this a few weeks ago, and I didn't know what to think of that thing.
When that one piece of it, it almost had that hog look. But,
Yeah.
It chased that dog, then it turned around and kind of went the other way. So I don't know. Maybe it was laying over there eating on something.
Maybe. Man, that's definitely not fake. That's
know what
intriguing.
I don't have a clue what that is.
I don't want to run across it in the woods.
I wouldn't want to run across it in the front yard.
How long can an animal survive after being butchered? That's the question that
Oh,
this
I've seen
disturbing
this.
video has been raising since it hit the internet in
Oh
July
yeah.
2019. In this footage posted by Reed Phillips, we see a plate of what
Oh,
appears to
Lord.
be raw meat on a table in a restaurant. However, this isn't a typical shot of an Instagram-worthy meal. As the diners watch in horror, the meat begins to move. It pushes itself off the plate
hell.
and then falls to the floor as the diners scream.
What is that?
What could have caused
It's a piece of meat.
anomaly? Many have argued that it's
Says, you ain't eating meat.
twice the time after being butchered, and that muscle spasms are actually quite common after death.
I honestly do not know what to think about that one. I think that you talk about CGI. That's got to be some kind of, somebody put a lot of effort into that.
When it arrives
Yeah,
on
I mean,
the
it's
diner's plate,
Writhing. It's not spasming. It's
the
writhing.
internet
but-
has dubbed this
Yeah,
piece of
Crawling.
donkey chicken, suggesting
That's
that
not
something
just-
not quite natural propelled this patron
That's
dinner.
some Steven Spielberg stuff there.
or Stephen King.
In
I
2017,
think this
footage
one's gonna be-
surfaced of a strange
I've
shark.
seen this one.
That's one of those little characters. A bunch of them got the same little character in it. You know,
Yeah,
Motorbike
CGI.
riders as they're riding through the jungle.
Look, that's
When one
CGI.
is suddenly knocked off his bike by the beast, it runs off down the track and the bikers give chase. As they turn the corner, the creature can be seen darting into the long grass. The group dismounts from their bikes and begins to search the area. After a few minutes,
Well, I give them credit for trying to track it down.
if you
Yeah.
Better than most of them do.
the creature is first seen, it
Look, it
appears
looks
to be carrying some sort
CGI.
of long club or spear. Have these bikers actually carried
Right there.
some sort of
Yeah.
undiscovered humanoid living in the jungles of Indonesia? Or is
I
it-
got no comment. I mean, it's just whatever.
No comment. Oh, here's another lake
Speaking of
creature.
strange swimming creatures, in mid-2016, striking footage emerged that seems to show a
All
giant
right, that's Nessie is in Thames.
in England. A tourist was taking a ride on a cable car that gives scenic views over Greenwich when they spotted something unusual swimming in the water. Just opposite the famous O2 Arena, a gigantic object can be seen surfacing for a brief moment before diving back underwater. It appears to have several fins running the length of its back with a long neck. A dark shadow in the water hints at the actual size of the beast, but sadly only a glimpse can be seen. Some think the creature could be a Basilosaurus, an enormous marine animal that existed some 35 to 40 million years ago that has somehow managed to survive deep underwater. Others are, of course, calling the footage fake, claiming the beast has been digitally added.
No, you can
Could
see
a giant prehistoric animal really survive undetected for all these
You
years?
can see the
and now be
ripples.
living in the ruins?
it's not CGI. I don't know what it is. Let me go back there. I don't know what it is, but
In November 20, it appears to have several fins running the length of its back with a long neck. A dark shadow in the water hints at the actual size of the beast, but sadly only a glimpse can be
It's
seen.
there, and then it's not. And even when it disappeared, the ripples are still
Enormous
there.
marine animal that
Yeah.
existed some 35 to 40 million years ago that has somehow managed to survive deep underwater. Others are, of course, calling the footage fake, claiming the beast has been digitally added.
no, it's
Could a
not
giant
digitally added.
prehistoric animal really survive undetected for all these years?
See, it's
and
got
now
the
be
ripple
living
that
in the
it
River Thames?
disappears and the ripples are still there. Nah, that's not fake. There's something. I don't know what it is.
Huh.
In November 2012, a man
what
known
is
only
this?
as Daryl claimed to have taken this photo while working the night shift at a material gas plant in Kennedy, Texas. He says that at the time he took the photo, there was only 4 people working at the facility. He first noticed the strange figure when he was standing in the basket of a man lift and spotted something unusual swaying from side to side out the corner of his eye. By the time he managed to unhook his harness and get out of the basket, the creature had vanished. The police were called. However, after searching the premises, they were unable to find any trace of the mysterious figure. The officer then told Daryl that they had already received 26 phone calls related to UFO sightings that night.
Whoa.
He sent the picture to a plant officer, and it was subsequently posted in the local newspaper.
I mean, if it was, I wish there was a video and not just a picture so we could see what it looks like. That could be a person trespassing. I don't know. It's too far.
You can't tell from that picture.
Yeah, it's too far away.
If you take a close look at the photo, the creature appears to be somewhat shorter than a human. It
Not
looks as though
really.
it's dressed in some sort of robe or cloak,
Raggedy freaking clothes on.
dark eyes, dark mouth.
Yeah, that could be a homeless person. I don't know.
Many who have studied the photo have divided opinions on what the creature could be. Some claim it's an alien.
Yeah, I don't think
Since
there's.
1887, there have been stories of a werewolf-type creature stalking the woods of Michigan. The beast has
Did
become
not look like a dog man.
like a
Over the years,
werewolf.
there have been numerous sightings of an enormous dog-like creature that is capable of walking upright on its hind legs. It's said to be muscular with a large head and powerful jaws. In 2004, a family were leaving a friend's place when they believed they encountered the dogman. They say they were reversing down the driveway in their minivan when a gigantic creature appeared out of the darkness. The youngest son, sitting in the back of the van, took out his camera and captured this astonishing photograph. The famous photo shows a dog-like
Looks like an owl.
That's an owl. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like an owl perched on something.
And owls can be pretty big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an owl.
That's yeah, that looks like an owl person there that's looking at them like, what the hell are you looking at? You know? Yeah, look at that.
That's my opinion right there. It's an owl.
Yeah,
A grainy camera.
there's a
People
little bit of a
illuminated eyes.
there's a little
flashlight.
bit of a close there.
You can light up the subject.
God. Yeah, that's just a big old
That's an
big
owl.
old hoot owl. It's not a werewolf, it's not a dog man.
It's an owl,
Oh.
man.
Oh, here's
NVTV were filmed in the Provo Canyon region in Utah. The first clip is very brief, but shows a very large bipedal creature walking among the brush. The Bigfoot-like animal sits by a tree for a second, then seems to pick up a rock and throw it through the air.
excuse me.
Bless you.
Watch enthusiasts love this clip as it's the first time anyone's captured a creature like this throwing an object.
Yeah, probably person in a
The second
costume.
clip was filmed by BYU students who had been camping near school.
I don't know.
One of the campers noticed a strange black beast lurking on the ridge of the hill and started filming with their phone. Footage is a little blurry and unstable, but does capture something unusual.
Okay, with that I
The
can't see
strange
nothing.
creature is obscured by branches.
Always behind a bunch of trees and limbs. And,
Yeah,
Must be a bear encounter.
yeah, I guess.
However, at one
I
point,
get, yeah,
the
there
animal
it
does
is.
stand on its rear legs.
But it's
looks to
behind
have long
branches.
arms that reach much lower than most animals.
And I can't say it's not real.
The
I can't
Sasquatch
say what it is.
has been looking for so many years.
Can be it.
On the
Yeah.
23rd of July, 2011, two boys heard some strange noises on their
Uh-oh,
property
a
and decided
grotesque
to
monster.
investigate. They took footage on their phones, and this is their encounter. As they search through the darkness of their rural farm, they can hear some eerie noises in the distance. See a few feet in front of them with a dimly lit torch. Eventually, they find a barn with graffiti scrawled across the walls. Something inside lets out a guttural squeal similar to a wild boar. It's a chilling groan enough to make your blood run cold.
Sounds like a pig.
The two boys hide for a few seconds, switching off their torches. You can hear something scratching about behind the wall. For some crazy reason, the boys decide to take a look. Inside the barn, they spot a humanoid creature lurking in the loft. It has a strange pale face with small eyes and a wide nose.
Now that looks like a boy. You can see his eyes. A boy with a mask on. What do you think?
Let's play it on through. Let me see what happens.
Bald head. It shrieks at them as they frantically run into the darkness of the night. What could this cryptid creature be? Some are calling it a demon, while others are saying it's an alien hybrid that's taken refuge in the abandoned barn. Could this be some kind of animal?
I think somebody's down there holding a doll's head up. That, you know.
Yeah, that could be.
This video, uploaded to YouTube by user Punji Petwalang, comes from a group that had not set out to record a mysterious creature.
All right, they got flashlights.
In fact, this group had absolutely no intention of capturing video of anything other than frogs the night they went out. Instead, the group was in a fortuitous position of having captured video of what they referred to as an alien-like creature. In real time, it's hard to spot the strange creature lurking in the darkness. When slowed down, however, the video shows an odd humanoid creature creeping through the dark of the night. Hunched over, seemingly with claw-like hands extended, the creature moves at an alarming rate until it's just out of frame. The video uploaders are quick to note that they had not seen the creature in real time as it was walking through. Shrouded in darkness and on the hunt for frogs, it's easy to see how they could have missed the odd creature until it came time to review the footage. However, once one's attention has been drawn to the creature, its presence is bone-chilling. However, on their way back from releasing a snake towards the end of the video warns viewers that the mysterious creature was about to make another appearance. This time, it would not go unnoticed by the frog catchers. Bravely, the men choose to make a run straight towards the oddly shaped creature, only to find it's too late. The creature is already gone. After the creature makes its escape, the men confer. All of them had seen the creature, with a few of them left in shock as to what actually they had seen. Upon review, with the video slowed down, an odd, lightly coloured creature is visible in the general direction the men are looking towards. The men chase after it, but it's too late. The seemingly alien-like creature is far too fast for the men, and makes its escape before they even get close.
Huh.
Oh no.
Had apparently been hearing stories about the scary encounters that others had been having near the Umatilla Reservation in the Pacific Northwest United States. She comments that she's finally getting to hear what everyone else has been talking about. As she and a few men walk near the edge of the forest, a terrifying noise suddenly shatters the silence of the night. The noise sounds like a burst of loud, eerie laughter echoing through the trees.
I think I've seen
The
this
sound
one.
comes every few seconds at irregular intervals. So what could be making such a sound? Commenters have suggested a hyena or coyote, but others insist these animals sound nothing like the laughter in the video. Other suggestions have ranged from Bigfoot to witches haunting the area near the reservation. Meta Addison and her companions tried to mimic the sound to call out the entity, but received no reply. The forest eventually quiets down, but the group is still too frightened to go any further into the woodlands to further investigate the evil laughter.
I wonder if that's a hyena maybe that's making that laughing
Well,
noise.
and there's also wildcats,
Uh-huh.
even in Alabama, that they sometimes even sound like a woman screaming at night. You know?
Yeah, they do.
It's hard to say because some of these animals and you'd have to really study out because some of them, if you're not familiar with the sounds, can really freak you out.
Yep. All right, what's next here?
No list of creepy things caught on video would be complete without this piece of chilling footage.
Oh, I think this is one
Uploaded
I've
to Crazy
seen.
Parkour's YouTube channel in May 2017, the clip begins as the camera holder hears a scream coming from inside a sewer pipe and decides to check it out. With only his camera light to guide him, he makes his way deeper and deeper into the darkness. Suddenly, there's another noise that sounds like some sort of distressed or angry animal.
What the hell?
Cautiously, he calls out but gets no response. He decides to continue when, out of the darkness, he's confronted by some sort of bizarre creature. At first,
It's almost the same sound as the other one.
scary as the creature only appears for a brief second. At this point, it would be easy to dismiss the footage as a hoax. However, if you slow the clip down and enhance the light, it becomes apparent that the boy might have actually come face to face with something truly chilling. The creature appears to have long, almost insect-like legs and a near featureless face, except
It's
for its
bizarre.
piercing white eyes.
Mm.
The camera holder turns and runs towards the exit as the beast can be heard shrieking behind him. Whatever this YouTuber has caught on camera certainly
I'll say this. I've been to some conventions where you just see some of the costumes these kids make that
Mhm.
look like this, where they got stilts for legs, but their body's actually up here. This is in shadow, so it could be something like that. They can make some outrageous costumes that can be used to fake these videos.
doesn't look
Right.
like any known animal. Could it perhaps be some sort of cryptid? Without further information, we may never know what is truly lurking in the depths of this.
Never gonna know.
Never gonna know. Could be fact or faked.
Several years ago, a bizarre event was captured on film in southern Vermont in the United States,
One of those hybrids.
north of Green
Oh,
Mountain
boy.
National Forest. It's a fairly remote area where several locals reported sightings of a strange creature with long limbs. Residents were finding livestock dead in their backyards with puncture wounds on their necks. Chickens and other animals were also vanishing without a trace. Eventually, this footage surfaced when two kids said they had an encounter with an alien in a local park. They claimed they were heading home from a party when they heard some strange noises. They took out their phones, and this is the footage they captured. From behind a tree, a bizarre, long-limbed creature begins to walk across the grass.
Another one of those
Black-headed and sleek.
Yeah.
looks like it's made up because the way
Yeah.
it looks like somebody's got sticks on their hands, you know? Look at the way
Yeah.
they move. Because the legs look almost normal,
But the boys are
but
adamant.
look at that. It
Genuine
looks
Yeah.
almost like, yeah,
within
that's
the way.
that and faked.
This clip, coupled
Yeah,
That's a human
but-
being, yeah.
with sure do make for a chilling conclusion. Could an alien creature really be living?
Yeah, I think that's fake. I think it's a kid.
Nothing but a stick on the end of his hands.
Yeah.
In Carbondale, Pennsylvania, locals have
Oh,
reported
a white
sightings of a
Bigfoot.
strange creature lurking in the
Oh,
woods.
what?
They
A
say
white
it's a white
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Oh,
It's
white
7
Bigfoot.
feet tall with shaggy fur covering its entire body.
Okay. Albino Bigfoot.
Strange noises too, low groans and rustling in trees. In 2008, this video surfaced and quickly went viral. It was filmed by a man who heard noises coming from his yard that backs onto woodland.
Okay.
In the clip, you can
That
see
looks like a KKK member.
creature. It pauses for a split second, then darts off into the darkness.
That's gonna be filmed in Alabama. Look at that. Tell me it
Look
don't look
at
like a KKK guy.
It does. It's got a pointy head.
There's a long
Oh, look at that.
head in his
See, it's hard to see at the top, but it says "Make America Great Again."
It says, "Come on, man."
covered in white fur. Analysts have noted that this would be very difficult to fake. The figure is unusually
That
tall
wouldn't be that
and
difficult to
Yeah.
fake.
gigantic proportions. It moves quickly despite its
You know what
large
we
frame.
have to do sometimes, Kevin?
Reports and reacts
We
with
have to go out and fake some videos,
Yeah.
and then admit that we faked them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really show people. I've done that with people that put this stuff out on Facebook all the time. I won't even leave my desk. I'll just grab stuff off the internet and piece it together and show people how easy it is to fake a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
what happened if it was simply a mask. It's worth noting that Carbondale is the site for the first underground mine in the US. It's a vast.
Ooh.
Many believe it's possible that this creature lives deep in the mines and only surfaces to go hunting.
I believe it's a phony.
You see, this Bigfoot got shot in the shoulder.
YouTuber Vexen Production captured some very creepy GoPro footage while out riding his bike. In the video, he can be seen traveling along a bike path when suddenly a mysterious grey creature jumps out in front of him from on
I think
top of a wall.
Yeah, that's
He
all.
narrowly
This.
avoids hitting the
That
creature
was
as
strange.
it
Huh?
flies to the right. The
But
YouTuber claimed that
Okay, he moved around it, didn't he?
It's what it
seconds
looks
before it
like.
appears in the video.
They would show it
It
in
was
slow
perched above
mo.
him on the wall, and that gave him a few
Here we
extra
go.
seconds to react when it jumped down in front of his bike. Initially, he thought it was just
Ah,
a
come
dog.
on, go back.
However, when he reviewed the footage, he realized that he had actually captured something else entirely. If you slow the footage
Here
down,
we
you
go.
can see that the creature looks like some sort of grey humanoid. However,
I mean,
Does he swerve to the right and go around it?
look, he kept going straight. Let me see.
it's extremely agile and moves more like a cat.
Yeah,
Just
he
as it
kept
jumps
going
from the edge,
straight.
it makes a strange
Yeah, that makes it seem fake.
stops.
Well,
Well,
no,
you can.
But by the
Yeah,
time
you
it
do
hits
see
the
him
cat,
swerve a
just as
little
it jumps
there.
from the edge, it makes a strange noise.
Yeah, right there,
Bike
he
stops to see
swerved.
what he almost
Okay.
hit, but by the time he turns around,
I mean, that would be the thing that made it realistic, is if he swerved to miss it.
captured on his GoPro. Is this evidence of some sort of cat-like
Yeah, he did
humanoid?
swerve.
Or is
Let
it
me
enough just above him on
back
the
and-
wall, and that gave him a few extra seconds to react when it jumped down in front of his bike. Initially, he thought it was just
come
a
on.
dog. However, when he reviewed the footage, he realized that he had actually captured something else entirely. If you slow the footage down, you can see that the creature looks like some sort of grey humanoid. However, it's extremely agile and moves more like a cat.
Yeah, he,
Just as it jumps from the edge, it makes a strange noise.
right there, you
The
see
biker
him
stops
swerve
to
his
see what he
handles.
almost hit, but by the time he turns around, the creature
Yeah,
is
there's
gone.
something to that, I
What if
guess. I
this
don't
biker
know.
actually captured
And you
on
can hear it
video?
go thump and
Is
make a
this
noise,
evidence of
too.
some sort of
Yeah.
cat-like humanoid, or is it nothing more than a clever editing job? What do you think this creature could be?
We share this planet with all sorts of weird things that we just don't know anything about.
Oh, we don't.
My
It's
God,
all.
we're 2 minutes away from
Yeah.
quitting time.
Yeah, we are. That's why I shrunk it back down to us here.
Well, this is Abnormal Alabama. That is Kevin Kane. And
Yeah.
what is that? MyHauntedDolls.com. He's about to
Yes.
have his 12th book into publication here shortly.
Yes.
He's doing that on Amazon.
Yeah, well, I might, but since it's already giving me formatting difficulties, what is that? What's that when you use the other one? That
Lulu, LULU.com. And the thing about Lulu is once you put it up there, it goes live instantly.
yeah,
Amazon takes their time with it, you know. But Lulu,
Yeah.
they publish your stuff immediately.
With mine, Amazon, it's usually the next day, but then it takes a few more days for the others. And
Yeah.
Lulu, and it does put it on places like Books A Million and stuff, right?
Yeah, you got to go same way you do with Amazon to make it all happen. But there are other ones out there. That's just the only two that I'm aware that I use.
Okay.
You might be able to find something better. I like Amazon. The only reason I like Lulu is because if I want to get a book published real quick, I can get it out there just like.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage of that.
Well, I've been having trouble formatting my book because of the.
Well, I figured out how to do it just on Word.
Yeah, I thought I had.
It's on Word.
How did you do it?
You go. I just have to show you the software, but I format it. After I write the book, I'll just write it in Word. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll find the pictures I want to put in there, artwork or whatever, and I'll drop those. I don't try to really format it until I get it, because you go in, and let me pull up one here. You can't see it, but you go under layout in your Word.
Oh, okay.
And under layout, you can change it to 6x9, which is the standard book that we use. And then once you get, so I keep on layout. Come on.
Now, where do you put the 6x9?
I'll show you. You have to manually enter it because it's not a. My word processor's acting slow here because I've had it open too long. Excuse me. Come on. Dang it. Okay, layout. There we go. Layout, and then you want size, which will be third from the left.
Yeah, okay.
And then you'll notice that there's no 6x9 in there.
Yeah.
So you have to manually. I think you go to more sizes or something. But that's the way I started doing all mine. Kindle has got a thing that you use, but I don't always like it. So when you go here, I'll go through it again. You go under layout, then you go under size, which is third from the left. You click on that. Then you go all the way down to the bottom. It says more paper sizes. Click on that. It'll pop up in the middle of your screen. And under letter, paper is the center tab. There's margins, paper, and layout. You want the center tab, which says paper. Under width, you'll click down and bring it down to 6. And then under height, you'll click down and bring it to 9. And you're ready. And then you format it, and you can load it as a PDF or whatever into Lulu or Amazon, either one.
Okay.
So I don't know how you do your table of contents and whatnot, but you can do all that. Bottom line, reality. So that's the way I do it. I was doing it through Kindle. Kindle's got a download of a format you can use, a template, and I don't like it. Once I figured out how to do it on Word, I just use Word.
Yeah.
And when you save it, you can save it as a PDF file if you want to. So anyway. It is 9:03, and it's been a wonderful evening. It's supposed to get down to like 23 degrees tonight. So if you're concerned about freezing water, leave some of your faucets dripping and be safe. It's going to start warming up again after tonight, I think. And thank God we've got electricity, huh? We don't have to get up in the middle of the night and stoke the fire.
Yeah.
So we're going to have something in store for next Tuesday. Remember, the original Christmas tradition was ghost stories.
Yeah, it was.
And that's right down Kevin Kane's alley is ghost stories. So if you haven't met Kevin yet, sooner or later, this COVID-19 stuff is going to diminish and there'll be events to go to, and Kevin will be there to autograph books for you.
Yeah.
Don't sound so excited there. All right.
I was just while I was listening to you, I was looking at my format, but yeah.
You were seeing how to do what I just told you.
Yeah. I figured it out. So
Okay.
yeah.